Hey guys, my name is Matsumo, and today we have learned a lot more about the upcoming DLC for Rainbow Six Siege, which is apparently called Skull Rain. First of all, we actually know what the two new operators do now. The one on offense is called Capiteo, and he carries a tactical crossbow that can fire asphyxiating bolts that burn oxygen with a certain radius, and he also has access to micro smoke grenades that can mask the position of team movements. Now, the first time I saw this, I was like, what the hell is this crossbow going to be doing burning oxygen? What the hell is that all about? So then I thought about it for a second. It's like, oh, they're adding in incendiary grenades. This actually makes me really excited because I like the idea of having a tool or a gadget at my disposal when I'm playing on offense that has the ability to flush out an enemy who's behind or in a fortified location. I cannot tell you how many times I knew where someone was, but because I didn't have the appropriate tool to flush them out, they kind of had the advantage on me, and now the tables might turn in these situations. And while they haven't gone into specific details on how powerful this is going to be, my guess is it's going to be very similar to Smoke's on defense, his gas grenade, but now it's going to be on a crossbow that you can fling across the map. I'm sure it's going to look a little bit different. I'm sure it's not going to be the same exact thing, but it will do enough damage that it will scare the enemy to move away from that position so that you can hopefully take them out with your primary gun. I'm not exactly sold on the smoke grenade micro components. I don't really think that's going to be all that useful. I could be wrong. Maybe it's going to be badass. Maybe it's going to be the thing that everyone uses, but just in general, I'm really interested to see how everything plays out with this new operator. On the defensive side, we have the operator Caveira, who possesses the Silent Step ability, which will enable her to sneak up on enemies to immobilize and then interrogate them to reveal their teammate's location. Now, I don't know how she's going to be playing out in Rainbow Six Siege. On the one hand, she might be amazing. She might become the best roamer in the game because, as you guys all know, information is key, and one way to know where the enemy is coming from is to listen to the sound around you. With her, though, that may not be as easy anymore. If this Silent Step ability is as good as I'm imagining it's going to be, where it's really going to make you quiet when you're running around the map or even just walking around the map, you're going to be a lot faster when you're flanking and roaming, and that could be a very, very deadly combo when you are playing on defense. Now, what I don't know about is how useful this interrogation mechanic is going to be. I'm assuming you need to put the player in the down but not out stage, and when they are in that stage, you mosey on over and then interrogate them. I would imagine that this is going to leave you very, very vulnerable. And so the only way that you're going to be able to pull this off is to catch someone by surprise and all by their lonesome. If they're by their teammates, of course this is never going to work because they're just going to shoot you in the face. But even if they are by themselves, because you need to, I'm assuming, be right on their body and interrogate them, they're going to be screaming to their teammates to come on over and kill you and take you out. So I just don't know how useful this mechanic really be. Of course, only time will tell. Maybe it will be the best new mechanic added into the game, but what my gut is telling me is that in most situations, it's probably gonna be beneficial if you get someone in the down but not out stage just to finish them off, run back to your cubby, and then get back into the Valkyrie cameras to figure out where the action is. On top of that though, to make her even better, she has access to the Nitro Cell, which is arguably the best gadget that you can have, and she's also gonna be using the Spaz 15 shotgun. I don't know what it is about Ubisoft, but they seem to love to give all of their new defending operators access to Nitrocell and shotguns. Frost, Valkyrie, and now her all have followed this trend, and while it remains to be seen how powerful this Spaz 15 is going to be, if history is anything to go by, it's probably going to be amazing. And so just in general, I have a seeping suspicion that she's going to be a really good defender. The fact that she's going to have this stealthy component, Nitrocell, and an amazing shotgun, or potentially an amazing shotgun, she's going to be a force to be reckoned with. They also briefly mentioned the new map that we're going to be playing on, which is going to be set in a Brazilian favela, which is going to support exterior shell destruction, making it one of the most destructible maps to date. Now, I assume what they mean by exterior shell destruction is that the outside of the map, those walls, are going to be destructible. Those usually aren't on every other map in Rainbow Six Siege. You just can't get in through all walls in this game, and that might change on this favela map. If you've ever seen a favela, pictures of it, they don't really look like sturdy structures. They're usually cobbled together with the resources they have lying around, and so it would make sense that a breaching charge can just decimate any one of these walls. And while I don't think it's been 100% confirmed, I can only imagine that's what they're getting at when they say exterior shell destruction in a favela. Now, what what I'm really excited about this is just the all-out destruction. This is one of my favorite aspects about Rainbow Six Siege. I love when I'm playing on a map and walls are just blowing out everywhere, because when we're playing on offense, and even when we're playing on defense, it makes the matches a lot more interesting. Usually the maps that have the least amount of destruction, I don't like them as much because they normally play out the same, like every other first-person shooter out there, and so as long as they do it properly, as long as it's not just ridiculous and you have no cover to hide behind, this could be a very, very fun map. One thing that I was not expecting is that they're also adding in a new attachment called the angled grip. This will allow you to aim down sight faster when you're roaming around, allowing for more of an aggressive playstyle. And while this is great, I know a lot of people are going to be happy about it, what I love about it is that it's finally going to give us an option other than just the standard grip that we have right now. In Rainbow Six Siege, the customization, let's be honest, is pretty pathetic. There's no reason not to use the grip, and this will finally give us another option. I don't know how good it is. I don't know if it's really going to outbeat the one that we have right now, but at least it's going to give us a little bit more variety. One thing I know a lot of PC gamers are going to be excited about is that they are finally adding in a client-side anti-cheat. Hallelujah. This took them way too goddamn long, but at least it's finally here. Cheating has been a serious issue in Rainbow Six Siege for quite some time, and while it may not be as rampant as some people make it out to be, it's to the point now where people are constantly questioning each other because there's this seed of doubt in everyone's mind. When you get shot through a wall, when some suspicious things happen, you always think it's a hacker because it just doesn't seem like they're ever do anything about the hacker issue. Hopefully that day is going to be gone when they add in this client anti-cheat. It could be terrible, it may be the worst anti-cheat ever, but at least they're now going to be taking the necessary steps to add one on in, and I'm really crossing my fingers that it's going to do a number on the amount of hackers in this game. But yeah guys, that is about it for all the new information about the upcoming DLC for Rainbow Six Siege. This will be launching on August 2nd for everyone, at least for the map. The operators will be coming out a week later if you want to go the free-to-play routes. But let me know what you thought about this new information. Can you not wait to get your hands on the 2 new classes? Are you jumping for joy about the anti-cheat? Let me know down below. But yeah, until tomorrow, have a good one and take it easy.